This is Jonathan Myers with Owl That on Air on WSIN 1590 AM radio. I'm here with
Samantha Kaufman.
trick-or-treating. When was the last time you did it?
Last year.
Well, I was 20 and the last time I trick-or-treated, so we're good. You still have 2 more years.
Yeah, not quite there yet, but I'll probably trick-or-treat as long as I physically can.
I mean, yeah, you can. I mean, I think my girlfriend and I might. I don't know if she's going to go trick-or-treating. She's definitely coming over for Halloween. We're either going to scare the children or trick-or-treat. One of the two.
I do not like scaring children. I feel like that's so mean.
Oh,
especially when the children are like under 5.
Okay, we're gonna scare them, but we're also gonna give them candy, so it'll be a win-win. We're gonna be nice about it.
There was one house that I remember the husband liked to scare the kids, so the wife came out with candy apples.
Oh.
Instead of just plain candy, she legit made candy apples because she felt bad her husband was scaring all the kids.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'd be you, lady.
You know, speaking of houses scaring people, there were a couple houses that made me literally poop my pants because when I was little. We had these neighbors, they had just a gigantic facade of just Halloween crap, and there was this one prop that scared me. It was the guillotine, and it wasn't even a realistic severed head. It was like the size of an apple, maybe. And
It's like a shrunken head.
it was a severed head, and it had a miniature guillotine, and it always scared me. And I was afraid to go to the house, but I braved it because they gave out whole chocolate bars.
That was your reward.
That was my reward.
The scary area.
And I was like, no, that's scary.
There's an adorable house on the way to one of the schools in my town, and they have like these giant oak trees in the front. They have a huge front yard. So they have like a whole fake pumpkin patch. They have gigantic spiders that are like bigger than people, like the decorations. And they make these huge fake cob spider webs between their trees, and sometimes they'll put like a mummy in it.
Oh, that's funny.
Like, it's not scary. It's just like awesome.
Yeah, see, that's how the house that I was at, it was scary, but it was also awesome, so I was able to forgive them for being too super duper scary. I was a little baby. I'm sorry. I should have been able to handle the guillotine, but I just didn't.
I still don't like some of the automatic ones, like especially the ones that lunge at you. I'm like, don't come near me.
Oh, we had one of those. It didn't even lunge at you. It was just a ghost, and it just hung. And then when you walk by, it was like, boo boo! And I just like, no, mommy, it scared me. One time I dressed up as Halloween as a pirate, and on the way out, I tripped and fell. Mm-hmm. And I didn't get... Mom's going to kill me for telling this story, actually, but my mom's like, oh, you don't need... Pirates didn't have Band-Aids. You can get a Band-Aid when you're done trick-or-treating, and I stuck it out.
All right.
Thank God. So that's I have fun, and there are a lot of Halloween tricks that are bad things that happen to me in Halloween. One time my best friend Ben. One time he was coming over to trick or treat with us, and I went to lean on. We have a glass door between like the regular front door and the outside, and I went to lean on it, but Mom took it out to feed the trick or treaters the candy, and I just fell right through, and I was like, oh, expletive. And then the whole neighborhood heard.
Oh, God. Oh, that's hysterical.
Do you have any fun trick-or-treating stories?
None like that. Most of trick-or-treating was going around my grandmother's neighborhood. But I did go trick-or-treating with my little cousin once.
Oh, no.
And there's a few little stories in there. One was a bunch of older kids, like, tried to push him out of the way to get to the candy first, and I was, like, stood up taller and, like, blocked them. I'm like, no shoving the little kid out of the way.
Well, your Halloween costume has a knife on it, so if you wore that, you would have been golden.
I was wearing a different costume with a knife on.
You have multiple.
I have multiple.
Oh, my God.
My cousin's best friend came up to one of the houses with us to see if she could still get candy, because she's like 28 at that point. So she just wanted to see if she walked up to the house with me and my little cousin if she could get candy.
Did she?
She did.
Yes. See, I feel like I'm too old to trick or treat at 23, so I'm just like,
If you go to a quiet neighborhood, they're going to care less because they don't want to have all the candy.
Yeah. Or I could just get whatever my parents don't give out. I do want the Kit Kats. Kit Kats are my weakness.
Now you have the Kit Kat jingle in my head.
What's the Kit Kat jingle?
You don't know the Kit Kat jingle?
No, I don't.
What was it? Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
That was the Kit Kat jingle on WSIN 1590 AM radio. Owl that on air. I just need an excuse to say our call sign. You know what's really scary, Sam?
Ooh, what?
The state of Florida.
Oh, joy.
So I don't know if you know, but you might know. We do this segment on the radio show called the Florida Man Challenge. All right, so I either make up or find or do a combination of Florida Man stories from Reddit or from my imagination. And your job, Sam, is to figure out which ones are real and which ones are fake. Let's start off simple. This is our first Florida Man story. Could be real, could be fake. Florida man attacks girlfriend with a pumpkin. Real or fake?
Real.
It is indeed real. Let me pull this story up. So a Florida man attacked his girlfriend with a pumpkin this weekend, I think. Oh, yes, this was October 22nd. Oh, so not this weekend, so like yesterday. Authorities arrested a Florida man early Monday after he reportedly attacked his girlfriend with a pumpkin in their Largo home. Nathan Garisto, 26, was arrested and faces charges of domestic battery after reportedly throwing a winter squash and its innards at his girlfriend. Okay, that's not a pumpkin. The story lied. That's bull. That's lies right there.
Oh, so you're wrong. Do I get double points for the moderator being wrong?
The moderator was wrong. I don't think so. No, because are squashes pumpkins?
Pumpkins are squashes, but not all squashes are pumpkins.
Witchcraft victim swings longsword at Fort Pierce. In Fort Pierce.
Is the longsword real or fake?
I can't tell you.
I'm gonna say real.
That's real. So you won already, but I'm gonna still give you the third. Witchcraft victim swings longsword in Fort Pierce. A man accused of swinging a longsword and threatening to kill people told police he'd been cursed and was a victim of witchcraft, according to arrest affidavit. I don't know what that word is. I should have known what that word was. Clarenival St. Louis, 30, I'm not going to give his address out on air, that's just cruel, was jailed on several charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill and battery after the October 27th incident. So apparently he said he was cursed and that's why he was flinging the longsword around. I don't know why you would do that.
It sounds like a presentation at a Renaissance fair. Like.
All right, ready for the last one? This is either real or fake.
All right.
Somewhere in between. Well, it's either real or fake. Florida man sets self on fire while setting up a cross-burning Halloween decoration.
That sounds true, but...
But?
That's the end of the sentence.
So you think it's true?
Yes.
Unfortunately, it is true. A Florida man was hospitalized with serious burns after he suffered while decorating his home for Halloween on Thursday night, according to police. According to his wife and friends, I don't know how somebody who burns crosses actually has friends. The 50-year-old man was using gas to light a wooden cross as a joke. I do air quotes. When he set himself on fire in his Palm Bay home. Investigators say the man's wife used a water hose to douse the flames. 40% of his body covered in burns. That's what you get for being racist. Oh, and he was drinking.
Well, yeah.
Why would you do that? Why would you burn a cross and say it was a Halloween dick? Just admit you're being racist and just go. Sam Kaufman, what movies did you watch when you were a kid? Because I remember certain movies when I was a kid. They weren't supposed to be scary, but they kind of did it anyways by accident.
Oh, okay. So we're doing movies that weren't supposed to scare me, but definitely did. So there was one. It was a Halloween movie. I think it was called Scary Godmother, and it is a really creepy 3D animated Halloween movie. And it gave me the weirdest nightmare the day after. Like, I don't remember actually being afraid of the movie, but I had a nightmare about it. And
really?
Woke up at this is the point when you wake up normally at 8 in the morning for school. I woke up at 5:30 in the morning and ran downstairs and ranted my entire dream to my mom and my sister. And they both looked at me and said, that would make a great book. My sister had me watch the Was it the third Harry Potter movie? The one with the...
Sirius Black, right?
Yeah, but the...
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah. And the... Oh, dang it. What are the ghost things called?
Dementors?
Yes. So there's the Dementors on screen, like the train scene at the beginning.
That terrified me.
I was so scared of it. And it was hysterical because my sister decided to watch the extra credit stuff. And one of them was showing how they had the Dementors on set before they put the CGI over it. And they were trash bags while on set. They were just like floating trash bags. So for like the next year, my sister would joke with me that I was terrified of trash bags. And it is arguably, yes, hysterical.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a warranted fear. I mean, the Dementors were really scary. For me, the movie that scared me when I was little, I didn't even know the title of until later on. That would be Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
I've actually seen that movie.
Okay, but it wasn't my dad. It was on TV, and we were just at the end. Mm-hmm. And in the end, all the bad guys fall off a bridge and are eaten by alligators.
Oh yeah, that.
And I was
scene.
afraid of that for the longest time. And now I can watch like Jurassic Park and watch people get eaten all the time. But for some reason, that scared the crap out of me.
Oh, my alligator one is the movie Who. My family was watching it, and I was walking down the stairs, and I got distracted, so I started watching the movie while I'm standing on the stairs. And suddenly, like, it was the scene where the, like, park rangers, like, looking in the porta potties, and an alligator leaps out at him from a porta potty. And for the next, like, 3 years, I was irrationally scared of drains.
Not porta potties?
No, just any type of drain. Like the shower drain, a drain in the pool.
Oh my God.
Any drain, because I'm, like, an alligator could come out of that. But, like, I was never scared of porta potties for that reason.
What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Oh, definitely Reese's. But I'm going to say, in my opinion, Halloween Reese's are subpar to regular Reese's.
How?
I'm not sure. I think they, like, ramp up production, so, like, they're not as good. They're, like, lower quality during Halloween time for some reason.
I feel like they... So, wait. You said they're not as good.
Yeah, they're not as good during Halloween. I think they're, like, lower quality because they have to, like, make more of them.
Yeah. You know, candy can go just burn in a fiery pit.
Oh, which one?
Peeps.
Really? You don't like
I hate Peeps. No, I don't. They're so sweet. They're sickly sweet.
I'll eat like 3.
You're a mad woman. I would never. I don't. Ugh. They just suck the water out of your mouth, and they're so sickly sweet and disgusting.
I don't like regular marshmallows, though. If you just hand me like a regular marshmallow, even a s'more.
Really?
I don't want it.
Really?
Yeah.
A s'more?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I'm like, hand me the regular chocolate and I'll cook your marshmallow, but I don't want to eat it. In chemistry class, we had the gas chamber, and she put a peep in it. And you suck all the gas out.
Good.
And the peep, like...
Death to the peep.
It doesn't explode, but it gets
It should
big.
explode because I hate Peeps.
No. Here's the good part, though. When you put the air back in, it, like... Like,
it just
instant shrinks, and then it becomes a little square pancake.
As it should be. It's better than being eaten. Did anyone eat it afterwards?
The air container tank isn't really clean, so no.
Back to the lovely Halloween. Mm-hmm. Are any costumes when you were in high school, were they banned? Because I know in my school they banned like masks and actually no, masks were allowed.
It was basically masks and fake weapons.
Oh, so you couldn't wear what you were wearing right now?
I would not be allowed to wear the armband with the blade in it or the extra blade in my corset.
What if it was a lightsaber? Or lightsaber, not lightsaber?
Lightsabers are allowed because they don't look like real weapons.
What if it was a Nerf gun?
I'm pretty sure you might get yelled at for a Nerf gun because they might think you'll shoot someone with it.
My friend, her name was Sarah. She came to school in these terrifying makeup costumes, like realistic makeup. Like she'd take Q-tips and like have them on her hand and look like exposed tendons and stuff. And she would. Oh, one time she was in my Latin class and she scared the teacher with the costume. Oh no, that was my friend Zoe who scared the teacher with the costume. That was funny. Did they allow? Because in my dad's high school, they only allowed seniors to dress up. Did you dress up every year?
We're all allowed to dress up.
See, that's democracy. I think it's stupid that only seniors were allowed to dress up in my dad's school.
Why I know lightsabers is allowed is because during Spirit Week we have Color Wars, and Color War for seniors is black. And my class decided to do Star Wars for their theme. And in the middle of lunch, two of the guys jump up on the table and start lightsaber fighting each other.
Oh,
and
no.
they did not get in trouble. So
How
I'm
did
not
you
sure
not-
if that means it was planned or they just didn't
I feel
care.
like they'd get in trouble for just doing the action, though.
I don't know. It was pretty entertaining to watch, but I was surprised that they didn't get yelled at, so I'm guessing they had permission.
Permission? Yeah, teacher, can we start a food fight? I mean, a lightsaber
The
fight?
principal was pretty chill, especially with, like, those people who usually plan that stuff.
Now, the day before Halloween, that's my next radio show. That's Mischief Night, and unfortunately I will be missing because of the radio show. Have you ever partaken in Mischief Night?
No,
Why not?
because I don't like pranks.
Oh, come on.
And it's my sister's birthday.
Does your sister do Mischief Night? Let's
No.
let's see if she texts you. I don't know, because it's her birthday. She might as well go wild.
We eat cake and do birthday things. We don't go to someone's house and throw eggs at it.
Okay, eggs are bad. Toilet paper is not bad if you know the person and you're like... Because one time I've TP'd my own house.
Why?
Because the neighborhood kids wanted to do it.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
know.
depending on if it's wet, which it often is, then the toilet paper is useless. And right now, you don't want to waste toilet paper.
Oh, yeah, because then the Karens will come to the house and just take it all. Oh, your sister reply?
Yeah, she said, we've gotten TP'd and forked by the neighbors on my birthday before.
What's forked?
I have no clue, and I don't remember this.
Have her clarify forked.
You want to clarify forked?
Define forked. Like, do they take forks and throw them at the house? Like, I assume that's what it is. Or do they, like, take the forks and just put them in the... Like, take the little plastic forks and just put them in the lawn in, like, little neat rows?
Let's see. The little typey dots up. Let's see.
Shout out to Sam's sister.
They put forks in the front yard. Apparently.
That counts as a prank?
I guess? Like...
Oh my god, that's... No offense to whoever made... That's a stupid prank. Why would you... Like,
My mom just texted too. Yes, we've been TP'd. I don't remember this.
maybe because you did it and you just blacked out. And just like...
I blacked out with no alcohol or
I was going to say
anything.
from the cake.
I got drunk on cake.
No, it's called sugar high. It's when you get really hyper and then you just crash.
I don't think I've ever had a sugar high.
Oh, I have. It's not fun to witness.
Oh, my sister said the TPing and the forking were the safe ones. We've also had our mailbox destroyed.
Okay, so that's not funny.
Yeah, I didn't
That's
know
not-
that either. I know the mailbox pole rotted once and it fell in the middle of the street and like crushed like a soda can under its own weight. Tim says he has not been pranked.
Is that her? Is that
That's
her
my
sister's?
sister's boyfriend. That's
Oh,
Tim.
so Tim's watching.
Yeah, well,
Or
they
listening.
share an apartment, so he's kind of forced to.
I just imagine her just like blasting it. You're like, Tim, you will listen to my little sister on the radio.
My mom just texted me a picture of Forky from the fourth Toy Story movie.
Mrs. Kaufman, I hate to be that person, but that's a spork. That's not a fork.
His name is Forky.
He's not a fork. He's a spork. What's your favorite horror movie?
I don't really watch horror movies. I know the plot of a lot of them, though.
See, I'm getting into horror because there's this YouTube channel that covers horror that I really like that I really need to get more into. My favorite horror movie probably has to be either The Thing or Alien.
Well, Alien's more of a thriller.
The first one's horror. The second one, Aliens, is more of like an action movie.
Yeah, I guess. Like, thriller is like between action movie and horror. Like,
What about Jaws? Has that ever scared you? I was afraid to watch Jaws.
I watched Jaws, like I didn't run away from the movie, but it made me anxious afterwards. But the funny thing is, it's the same with the crocodile thing, where I wasn't scared of porta potties, I was scared of drains. For Jaws, I wasn't scared of clear water where sharks exist. I was scared of any water I couldn't see through, including my grandmother's pool.
So Bruce is going to pop up in your grandmother's pool.
Exactly.
Why?
My grandmother's pool had so much algae in it that
Okay, that's a little...
that if I sat on the deck, I couldn't see my feet.
See, that's a little more reasonable.
And in the back of my head, I'm like, what if a shark came up and bit me? I'm like, it's a pool, me. It's a pool.
Speaking of shark movie, that reminded me of this shark movie that I saw that was really stupid. It's not Sharknado. It's a little Halloween themed. It's called Ghost Shark.
Really?
Yeah, it's about a shark that's a ghost. Okay, let me tell you this plot. It's mind scratching. Oh, or head scratching rather. Mind scratching would probably hurt. Anyways, this damn shark. So basically these guys were fishing and in the beginning of the movie, and then they kill the shark, and then they like dump hot sauce on the shark and like shoot the shark a million times, and that's how the shark dies.
Okay.
And then the shark floats into this cave that was cursed by a woman who was murdered by a man. And the man still works the lighthouse there. And then there was a curse.
All right.
And then the shark is brought back to life via the curse. And it's a ghost.
All right.
Yeah, and I know. It gets... And then basically everywhere where there's water, the shark could manifest. So it manifested in like a pool. And then it started raining and it manifested in the sky and landed on people. It could eat people. And the special...
The first thing I thought of when you said ghost shark was, Baby Shark.
Yeah, unfortunately.
We had a ghost version in my family, so I was doing both in my head. Like, we made them like a sequential thing, because in Baby Shark, a person gets eaten, and the person who got eaten becomes the ghost, and then you do Baby Ghost, and then the ghost possesses a shark.
Your family seems like...
My family's fun.
Fun people. You should see my family. Not from... Especially the ones that don't live with us, the extended cousins.
I still think my Sharknado Jaws crossover would be, like, super good.
Why don't you tell us about that?
Oh, alright. So, I've been informed, though, that both Jaws and the main person die at some point. So I've only seen the first movie.
He didn't want to be in the sequel.
The sharks keep following the family. They finally move to, like, a desert, because there's no sharks. But then Sharknado shows up. Jaws flies out of Sharknado and swallows him whole.
You thought, bruh. You thought you escaped me. Yeah, that was a stupid movie. The second movie, or the fourth movie, is when he died, and it's called Jaws the Revenge. And I know, I'm going to tell you the plot, and you're going to instantly realize why he didn't want to be in it. So basically, there's a shark.
Mm-hmm.
And
Jaws' son.
I don't know. We don't know. It hunts the Brody family, the original family from the first Jaws.
Yeah.
And kills people. And so then it kills one of the sons from the original movie. Mm-hmm. And then the mom gets upset and takes a flight down to the Bahamas. The same shark follows them to the Bahamas. Because it's revenge, and then she starts having a psychic connection with the shark.
They're just running out of ideas here.
Yeah.
My Sharknado twist is a little bit better.
It's better.
It's better.
Well, Sharknado didn't exist, and thank God. Oh God, that movie was bad, and the effects were really bad. The shark roared like a dinosaur, floated on top of the ocean. Like literally, its belly was on the surface of the water. There was a scene where you could see the wave. They were on a giant set of fake water, and you can see the waves splashing up against the background, and it was a poop show. Don't watch it.
I still think it's funny. Like, I'm that person who will, like, yell at the screen. Like, my dad gets annoyed sometimes when I'm, like, yelling logic at the screen. He's like, I know it doesn't make sense. You don't need to keep yelling at the TV. I'm like, no, it doesn't make sense. I'm gonna keep yelling at the TV. Like The Meg, if anyone's seen that.
Oh, I need to see that.
Jaws. But the shark's bigger.
It's Jaws, but it's a prehistoric megalodon.
Yeah, but like, what megalodon would hunt people? That's like us hunting a bunch of chipmunks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, technically you could, but like, it literally kills a whale and eats another megalodon in the movie. And this is taking place like over like 1 or 2 days.
I mean,
it's not gonna hunt that much in 1 or 2 days.
It's a horror movie monster. What are you gonna do?
It's not even a horror movie. It's just lame.
At that note, this is the end of All That on Air Halloween special on 1590 AM radio. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Sam.
Thank you for listening to All That on Air on WSIN 1590 AM radio.